Hey, what's up, everybody? Jay Hollingshead, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker, welcoming you back once again to yet another episode of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Today is consecutive episode 306 of 365. Today is day 6 of the week, Friday. We will be discussing pillar number 6, which is managing stress, or as I call it, Stress Management Friday. And we are going to talk about beginning with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind. Before we do that, I got to give my shouts out. Everybody tuning in on time. D'Angelo, you got in. I appreciate you. I see you right there. D'Angelo Michelle in the house. Patrick Drummer, you in the house. My big brother AJ, Arthur Hollingshead, love you, bro. You in the house as well. Also, we got Jaleesa Hollingshead in the house. Stanley Williams, I see you tuning in, bro. I appreciate you as well. All those that are watching on repeat, thank you so much. Also, see, this is my front row seat people right here. Those that are on time for class, my season ticket holders. And we have a real front row seat ticket holder right here. My wife, Lisa Hollingshead. I'm not going to turn the camera around and mess with her like that. But Jaleesa, I see you slid on in there, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about beginning with the end in mind. This is Stress Management Friday. So now when you hit a stressful situation, when your stressful situations come to you or you realize that that's what they are, I want you to know one thing. Know that everything that has a beginning has an ending, okay? If it has a beginning, it has an ending. If it has a start, it has a finish, including your stressors. Also, everything has two sides. That's the universal law of polarity. Everything has two sides. Everything has a polar opposite. And the universal law of polarity states a negative and a positive side, or opposite sides. Either way, front, back, left, right, up, down, negative, positive, those are all polar opposites directing you back to the universal law of polarity. Now, when I talk about beginning with the end in mind, what do I mean? This is what I'm talking about. When your stressors begin, when your stressors start, when your stress hits you, when your stress taps you on your head and gets your attention, that's when you do what I've always talked about. Press the pause button. You press the pause button right there, okay? When you feel that stress coming on, that pressure coming in on your head, and it seems like everything is coming at you from all sides and all angles, press the pause button, okay? When you press the pause button, you just stop the situation, stop everything, and you just kind of step outside of it and see exactly what is going on. Now, something just hit me. When I said everything coming at you from all sides, if things are coming at you or your stressors are coming at you from all sides, that means you are in the middle. If you are in the middle, it's like being in the eye of a hurricane or the eye of the storm. That's the calmest part of the storm. So you got all this stress going on all around you, all this chaos. You are in the middle. While you are in the middle, press that pause button. When you press that pause button, you give yourself time to look and understand the two possible outcomes. That's what I said, the two possible outcomes. Going back to the universal law of polarity. You got your positive and your negative. You got two possible outcomes, okay? So most people don't take time to visualize the two different outcomes because what they do is go straight into their stressors and they give in to the stress. So stop while the pause button is pressed. Look at your two different outcomes, analyze them, think about what they are, the bad and the good. Now, while you have that pause button pressed, you give yourself an option. Choose one of them. Choose one of them, okay? Whatever outcome you want that to be. I don't know what your motive is or what your intentions are, but you choose one outcome. Hopefully it's the positive one because that will keep the stress off of you, not unless you are trying to see how much you can handle. Your motive would be to take on more stress, then you choose the negative. It's up to you. But most people, like I said, don't give themselves a second option. They give in to the stress. Now, choose the outcome or the end that you want, okay? Choose your desired outcome. Once you choose your desired outcome, while the pause button is pressed, then you make a choice. Make your choice of the outcome, lock it in. When I said lock it in, I mean lock that sucker in as your only option. as your only option, okay? Remove the other one out and all you have is one goal, one way to go. That's your only option. So now, if you got one option already programmed in your mind, depress the pause button or press play, whichever one works for you mentally. You do that and your circumstances and your stressors start back, okay? They can continue. Once they continue, while you are going through your stressful situation, while you are going through your stressors, I want you to force your thoughts, force your desired outcome on the stress. I want you to force your thoughts, force the stress to go in the direction of your thoughts. That's what I want you to do. Now, how many of you have ever driven a car that needs a wheel alignment, or driven a truck or automobile that needs a wheel alignment? If you've done that before, hit the heart, the like, thumbs up, whatever it is. Let me know that you're listening and that you've done that. If you've driven a car that needs a wheel alignment, you already know. If it's already pulling to the left, that's the direction it's trying to take you. But you take the wheel, force it to the right so you can stay straight. Do the same thing here mentally. If your stressors are pushing you in a direction you don't want to go in and you already have your desired outcome in mind, you take your stressors and your thoughts, push your thoughts on those stressors so heavy that you turn it the other direction. Force your stressful circumstances into the direction of your positive outcome that you want to have. I mean, you straight up turn that wheel and you force it the opposite direction, like driving a car that needs a wheel alignment. You don't want to have a wreck, so you force it the way you want it to go. That's the same thing you do with your stressors. When your stressors hit you, when that pressure comes upon you like that, press the pause button, observe your two outcomes, okay? You got a positive outcome and a negative outcome. You are already in the middle of your stressors. It's like being in the middle of an eye of a hurricane. You are in the calmest point of the storm. That gives you time to think. Push that pause button. Observe the universal law of polarity. Everything has two sides. So look at your two sides. Choose a side. Once you choose that side, lock it in, and then unpress your pause button or jump back into the storm and you steer that bad boy the way you want to go. That's managing your stress, okay? That's all that I have for today on Stress Management Friday, consecutive episode 306 of 365. I am Jay Hollingshead, your personal high-performance mindset coach and public speaker. Remember, managing stress is a performance. Every performance you give will result in an effort or an excuse. Make the effort. Talk with you later. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.